Hello, everybody. Elizabeth Meigs with Elizabeth Inspires here. And I am so excited that you're watching this video because I have a huge announcement and I would love some help and support from all of you who have received value from the different stuff that I post or different clips from my speaking engagements. I would just love any support that you could give me in sharing what I'm about to announce. My Pathway to Peace 5-week intensive will be launching and going live on June 1st. Right now, my enrollment button is not up and ready to go. So if you are watching this and you are interested in learning more about my Pathway to Peace, I want to ask you to set up a discovery call with me or send me a message on any of the social media platforms that you follow me on, or even text me to my number on the screen here, 855-717-1327, so that I know that you're interested and I can put you on my list for once everything is up and going and ready to launch. Anyway, I will be going live with the Pathway to Peace on June 1st. I would like to share a little bit about how and why my Pathway to Peace came about. For any of you that have been following me for some time, you know my story, or parts of my story, where I was left having to rediscover who I was as a person at the age of 14 after I nearly died in a car accident that left me fighting for my life. Once I got back into school, I was alone. I was isolated. I had gone from being the popular singer-songwriter chasing her goals and her dreams to becoming an invisible nobody. I didn't feel like I could ever be enough. I wasn't worthy. I didn't feel like I deserved to be alive. I oftentimes would come home from school upset, throwing myself down on my bedroom floor, crying out to God, asking him why he did this to me. What did I do to deserve this? And I would get an answer. It would come in the form of a voice on my heart, an answer from God that let me know that he didn't do it to me, that the car accident was a world circumstance that just left me having to rediscover who I was as a person, that left me with some pretty big challenges that oftentimes made me feel stuck. And I just wanted to give up. The voice on my heart would bring me an overwhelming amount of comfort and peace and would say, I have a plan for you. You can't stop. You have to keep going. That voice would give me hope. Hope that would keep me pushing forward, pushing through, fighting through the pain so that I could discover my purpose. I didn't know it at the time, but I would find my purpose, and my purpose perfectly aligned with God's will and plan for my life. I knew in those moments that I was in the deep pit of darkness that I couldn't stop because I was going to one day need to be for someone else exactly what I needed in that moment. So I couldn't stop. I wouldn't have wished what I have been going through and what I have learned to rise above and overcome. I wouldn't wish that on anyone in this world. So I kept pushing forward. I didn't know it at the time, but I began to develop strategies that would actually help me to find my strength, help me to believe in something greater than myself, knowing that I had a purpose. I knew I couldn't let the pain stop me, so I had to keep fighting. And that is exactly how my Pathway to Peace came about. You see, I finally graduated as an occupational therapist, and have been doing occupational therapy for over 12 years. The fact that I could walk into a patient's room who had suffered a stroke, that I could give them hope when they were discouraged, when they didn't know how they were going to get through their recovery. The fact that I could share with them my story, that would help to keep them fighting. 2017, I found a church that would give me the opportunity to get up on the stage and speak, share my testimony. This was when I began to see the impact that I could have, and I saw all the possibilities. But had I not learned how to shift my perspective from focusing on all the negative that I had been enduring, all of the punches that were being thrown at me, had I not been able to shift that to make them positives, I wouldn't have seen that possibility. I wouldn't have had the clarity that I had to get me to where I am today. The reason I developed my pathway to peace is because I've continued to be hit with challenges that would leave many people stuck dead in their tracks. But it was through the strategies that I developed that I found my strength. I found my confidence, and I was able to keep growing and learning through life's many lessons to continue to fight another day. So my offer to you, my offer is for anyone who is sick and tired of being sick and tired. Those that feel alone. Those that feel like there's no way out of the vicious cycle that they are living in. There's no way out of that deep pit of darkness. Because I am proof that there is a way out. I've recently, the last few years, found myself again in not a good place, surrounded by toxic people that didn't see my value, didn't support what I was trying to make happen in my life, following God's promise to me that He had a plan for me and that I couldn't stop, I had to keep going. But that promise, I knew I could count on. Because God doesn't break promises. So I kept pushing forward. And then when God opened my eyes and I knew I had to get out of that situation, He made a way. He has always been faithful to me because I have been faithful to Him. And it's through His grace and His mercy that I was able to develop my strategies. It was through His grace and His mercy that He brought me clarity within the last year and a half of the specific strategies that I developed recovering from that car accident. I wouldn't be here today had I not developed these strategies. In fact, as I began writing down the strategies and working on my pathway to peace, I began doing Google searches about how these strategies help people with mental health that are depressed, that are anxious, that feel like there's nothing in this world for them. Science has been backing these strategies for the past 10 to 15 years on how they help with mental health and how they help to get your mind in a better place so that you can keep fighting, you can keep pushing forward, you can regain your life and live the life of your dreams. I developed them almost 24 years ago. And I just feel extremely blessed to be able to offer these strategies to you today. If you are someone who feels like these strategies may help you, I want to invite you to scan this QR code and download my free strategy, the EI method. That way you will get on my list to be contacted as soon as the enrollment button for Pathway to Peace comes over. I'm almost ready for it, but it's just going to be about a week or so before it's up and ready for enrollment. If you have questions, I encourage you to book a discovery call with me. You can book a discovery call with me in the top of my website, elizabethinspires.com. Book a call with me. Send me a message on any of my social media platforms. Let me know that you're interested in more information. I'd love to set up a time to see if this is the right fit for you, to see how I can help you on your journey to finding hope, peace, and freedom. You see, God's voice has been the hope that has kept me going. And it's part of my mission to be able to provide hope, offer hope to anyone out there who is struggling. But my hope is healing that opens pathways to empowerment. By continuing to push through that pain, to keep walking, putting one foot in front of the other day after day, going through the doors that are open to you, that's how you get past that pain. That's how you're able to shift that pain into your purpose. It took me well over a decade, 2 decades to get me to where I am today. I'm offering you a shortcut. So you don't have to do the trial and error. You don't have to have as much of the failing forward as I have over the years. Failing forward, having to figure it out for myself. I'm here to walk beside you and guide you and help you to think outside of the box. I'm also here to offer you one of the most powerful things that I had ever found in my life. And that is someone that believes in you. Around 7 years ago, someone was in my life for a brief, short amount of time who truly did believe in me. They wouldn't let me forget it. They always encouraged me to keep going. Whatever it was I was working on, they would say, I know you'll do it. That's what I want to offer you today. Because little did I know it at the time, but I needed that someone in my life who believed in me. That's what I needed to be able to grow my confidence, to be able to keep me pushing forward so that I could live to fight another day. I had no idea that I was going to be making a choice that wasn't in my best interest, that would once again leave me feeling alone, feeling isolated, like I wasn't good enough, so much of the time. But I could always count on God's promise. I knew I couldn't stop. Everything happens for a reason. I've been asked so many times over the last couple of years in podcast interviews, if I could go back and change any part of my past, would I? My answer is no, because the challenges that I have faced, those are what make that victory so much bigger once you're finally able to break through. I've been able to break down the walls that have left me feeling stuck. I've been able to break through those walls to be able to rise above and overcome every challenge that I've ever faced. The challenges that are out of our control. This world is constantly changing. So those challenges, those struggles, they're not going to go anywhere anytime soon. My pathway to peace was developed so that I can give you the tools and the resources that can put you a step ahead, that can give you the strength to find your resilience and keep fighting, because those goals and those dreams that are on your heart, those were meant to be. And you have everything within you to make those goals and those dreams become a reality, but you can't stop. You have to keep pushing forward. If this program isn't for you, but you know of someone who is struggling right now, share this video with them. Share Elizabeth Inspires with them. Maybe they can find some hope. Hope to keep them going. To help them to see someone who has been knocked down and had the deck stacked against them their entire life, almost over half my life. Someone that was able to make it through and be able to succeed. I want to help them because I know that they have what it takes to succeed and make those goals and those dreams that were placed on their heart for a reason a reality. Nothing worth doing ever comes easy. That I'm proof of what you can become as long as you don't give up. I'm asking you today to not give up. Reach out to me if you have any questions. If you'd like more information, download my free EI method. That way I can have your email and whatever information you would like to give me so that I can let you know once it's up and ready for enrollment. What you get with the Pathway to Peace will be weekly assignments, stuff that you can begin to implement. It's not going to take a lot of time. It's going to have some reflection. You're going to be able to implement the strategies on a daily basis and just kind of reflect to be able to learn how to push through the difficulties, through the struggles. We'll also be doing a meeting in group form once a week where I will ask if anyone has any topics of struggle or challenges that they're currently facing so that I can help guide you and give you some of my wisdom to be able to get through those challenges. A lot of times we spin in circles wondering how we're going to make it happen, but talking to someone who has experienced many of these struggles or just talking to someone about it, sometimes the light bulb flips and you figure it out for yourself, or can be guided by someone like me who has been there for over half of her life and has been able to learn how to rise above and overcome. That's what I'm here to offer. We will be celebrating with you when you have breakthroughs. You see, none of us were meant to do this life alone. We are much stronger with community, and that's what I'm offering you. A community to support each other. I was once broken, but I've learned that my brokenness doesn't have to remain. By me choosing to continue to get up and fight each and every day to make each day better than the yesterday, that's how you can pick up those pieces and they can be put back together and you can become stronger and even more resilient than you were before that struggle. That's my offer. So if you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, download my EI method today, and I will be in touch shortly once my Pathway to Peace is up and ready to go. Again, we will be beginning on June 1st. You don't have to have social media in order to participate in this course. You can enroll, you will have an account, we will meet via Zoom. If you can't make our weekly meetings, you will get the recordings so that you can go back and gain value from them. You can also reach out to me through email if you're struggling with something. There is going to be anonymity. You will be able to post anonymously your questions if it's something personal that you don't want people in the group to know about that is coming from you. This is going to be a safe place. A safe place where we can all learn to grow and rise together to be overcomers, so that each one of you can become unstoppable, just as I have. Thank you, and I look forward to being on this journey with you. God bless.